So, Boris. Beautiful, beautiful Boris. Okay. Boris is soon to be 14. He's a sweet, sensitive boy. He lost his litter mate over a year ago, and I feel he has been depressed and lonely since then. He does not like when we are not home, especially at night, which causes me to feel stressed about leaving him. I want to be able to give him what he needs. We've also brought in an outdoor kitty we had been feeding, who had to undergo an amputation. She's currently separated from him, but I want to know how he feels about this new kitty and if he is really wanting a friend or prefers to be solo. We are unsure if we'll be able to keep her because of the complications, but he seems like he wants to be friends, but she does not. I want to do the right thing for him, especially since his health is greatly affected by stress. He has IBD, irritable bowel disease, and CKD, oh bless his heart, chronic kidney disease, and has recently underwent a huge surgery to remove his gallbladder due to stone obstruction. Oh my goodness, I would love to have your insight. Bless his little heart is what I'm going to say, first of all, before we get connected. He has been through a lot. So let me go back to his picture. Okay, and let's just give me a few minutes, everybody, or a minute. Okay, interesting. So the first impression he gives me, which whenever I do a chakra session, it's about an hour and a half that I spend with the cat, and their the initial connection and impressions they share generally makes sense when I've worked through all the chakras and come to the sort of the end of the session. So I'm not sure if we'll get to it, but the initial impression that I have from him is that he is irritated. and it's like just irritated. Like his energy feels fizzy, like it's not settled anywhere. And I wonder if he's had any pacing. Has he had any like wandering around the room? Any wandering around, yowling or being a little almost like disorientated or out of sorts? Has he been like that? And do you know what? I'm moving my chair, and that's not the way I normally sit. Like my energy just feels irritated. Now, what I would say with that is, if I had capacity to do more with him, I would think about anchoring him and grounding him more. I would say that, oh yeah, we have yes, all the time we have a camera and can see when he paces, especially when we're not home. Yeah, that's what I can feel. It like he just can't settle. I would think about, so a couple of things when you go away is obviously considering if you have to go away, if there's any form of company you can get for him. He feels like he's got a really lovely heart, and when he is with people, he blossoms. Now, that's not to say he's necessarily a lap cat or a physical cat. What I'm saying is he thrives on connection, and he lights up when he's with other people, other beings, other souls. So I would say have a think about what you can do to ground his energy. Now, I don't normally recommend rainbow products, rainbow stuff, because you've got all the colors of the chakras there. Mm-hmm. And if the cat needs to work with one particular chakra, if you're using color therapy and you've got a rainbow blanket down, they don't have the capacity to work with one specific chakra if they've got an energy imbalance. But for him, I do feel like some sort of rainbow fabric, whether that's a t-shirt, a top, or whatever, would be beneficial, because there is something about when he's irritated, when this pacing is going on, his energy is like this. It's heightened and it's fizzy and it's dispersed and it's it's irritated. I can't think of a better word to use. That's just how it feels. So I would really recommend a rainbow blanket, a rainbow mat, a rainbow rug, whatever you can get your hands on, somewhere on the floor where when he goes to it, it's almost like, in fact, thank you, gorgeous boy. It's like a magnet. So when you're away, his energy is like dispersed almost. And if he had the rainbow rug, he'd be able to like bring his energy back to himself, like a magnet they draw to each other. That's what the mat would do to him and his energy. So there is something for him about when he is alone, it affects his energy. Now, this isn't something that happens to him by choice. This isn't something that he chooses to do. This is how his energy flows. His energy is grounded by people. So I wonder if he's an earth element cat, not to bring in another dynamic. I know we don't talk about Chinese 5 element very often, but I wonder if he's an earth element cat, because with earth element cats, they need to be in the center of everything. They need to be connected with people. They need to be around other people. They need to know who's where, what's going on. They're the sorts of cats that will kind of check on in, and if someone's in one room and then go and see the other person in another room, and they may not stop and stay, but they need to know who's where. So I would just have a think about bringing in some rainbow therapy for him, some color therapy, and also before you go away, he's fire and earth. Fascinating. So the earth, there we go. That's what I was saying. And also the fire bit, that doesn't surprise me. So when he's alone, his energy goes like this. So it disperses. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Basically, his energy's out of sync. So what I would say, Lorianne, is when you go away, put the rainbow blanket down and think about some grounding herbs as well. Valerian root, angelica root, ginger root, things that are roots, and put a herb garden down for him. Yeah, I don't have a specific one that's grounding, but if you get in touch, I could always make you up one if you wanted me to send you a garden for that. And think about what you can do to ground him before and after you go, because that energy disbursement is going to be affecting his physical body as well, because his immune system won't be able to heal and function as well. But life is what it is if you've got to go away. But there's a few things there that I hope you found helpful that you can do to try and to ground his energy, my love. This is a lovely photo I received from Boris's guardian, showing me that he was really enjoying his rainbow blanket.